Psalms 127. Hold the place there. And then turn over to 1 Timothy chapter 3. We'll read one verse in each place, and we'll start at Psalms 127, verse 1. He says, "Except the Lord build a house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain." Turn back over to 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 15. Now this is talking to Paul was talking to Timothy, talking here about giving the qualifications for a pastor, and then the deacons and the deacon's wife. And he says in verse 15, a comment about the church. He says, "But if I tarry long, that thou mayest know how thou oughtest to behave thyself in the house of God, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and ground of the truth." I want to talk with you tonight, and probably next Wednesday too, because I want to get through tonight next week. And I might finish it up Wednesday or Sunday night, I don't know. Making your house a home. Making your house a home. This verse here back in Psalms 127 is referring to building your home. Building your home. And it says, "Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it." That word "except" is talking about the Lord is basically knocking at the outside of the door. He's on the outside of the home, just like He's on the outside of the church in the Laodicean hour, which is the hour that we are in. And He's on the outside of the church knocking, saying, "Hey, can I come into my church?" Well, you know, He's doing the same thing in our homes. Except the Lord build the house. Now, we can try. We've pushed Him out, and that's what it means, that we've pushed Him out, and we're trying to take over and take charge. And the problem is that a lot of families, a lot of parents have taken charge of building their home. And therefore, they don't have a home, they have a house. There's a big difference between a house and a home. Now, I realize this is what it uses here in Psalms 127, "Except the Lord build the house." This day and time, though, we know there's a difference between the house and a home. I believe that's evident here in Scripture as well. But we are, as parents and even grandparents, are still responsible. If you're married or so forth, you still have a home that you're supposed to be building. So when grandkids come, or when your children go, or great-great-grandkids, or great-great-great-great-grandkids, and in Mr. Jack's case, it just never ends in his situation. But it don't make no difference. You're still building a home. Building a home never ceases. It only ceases when God calls you home. That's when it stops. When our girls get married, we're still responsible for being examples. We're still responsible for being examples to our grandkids. And as they come over and they stay with us, we have a responsibility to try to teach them the things of God, the things that's found in this Bible. And so we're still building a home. And that's what is so important this day and time when our homes are under attack from Satan. And he certainly is attacking the home. He did that way back 6,000 years ago in the book of Genesis. Now, he attacked Adam and Eve's home. And he did a good job because he messed it all up for all of us. And boy, did he attack it. And he knew exactly what he was doing. But you know what? The devil is no less smarter than he was then. You know what? He knows exactly what he's doing today. And he uses things like books. He uses things like computers and Hollywood to destroy our homes. He uses things like jobs. You say jobs? Yes. This day and time, people are so wrapped up in, well, I got to get a job. I got to go to a job and I got to work. You know, a wife is no longer in the home like the Bible tells her to do over in the New Testament. No, she's more interested in having a job and having a career and having a 401k and a retirement planning. All of those great benefits. They're more concerned about those things instead of raising their children, instead of them going to hell and spending all their time on a computer or playing a game or watching TV or going to hang out with their peers, the job is a whole lot more important. The job is a whole lot more important. I see it every day back home. I see it here. People are throwing their families to the devil because of jobs and books and computers and Hollywood and money that everybody just loves to death, and movies and music. It makes no difference about rock music, contemporary Christian music, country music, and so on. It just let them go to hell. It don't make no difference as long as they're just out of my way, is what they're concerned with. They're just in my way, these kids, and if I can buy them any old little gadget or some little old toy just to get them out of my way, just so they'll be quiet and leave me alone. Their peers, teenagers' peers, and even adult peers will rob you of having a happy home. Popularity and schedules. Schedules are always a problem in a home. But when you don't have God in control of your schedule, boy, you got all kind of problems. What about school and college? What about sports? What about television and time and trends and vacations? This isn't all of them. This is just some of the things that Satan uses to attack our homes. He'll come at us from one angle, and he's not a respecter of person. He don't care if it's rock music. He don't care if it's the TV. He don't care if it's the computer or a friend. He don't care. He'll use anything. He's not real picky. It don't make no difference what it is. If one don't work, he'll go to another one. If that one don't work, he'll turn and go to another one. He don't really care which one works, as long as it destroys your home. That's all he wants. He will destroy my home. He will destroy your home. He will destroy y'all's home one day. You say, well, I ain't got a home. He's already working on trying to destroy it. What you do now is important for your home in the future. And he's working hard to attack your home. Because the last thing he wants is another Christian home to remind him of where he's going. And that's what it does. It reminds him where he's going, and therefore he attacks the home. The home was the first institution over in the book of Genesis that God created. It's the first. It's not the church. It's not the government. It was the home. God instituted the home, and it's very important to God that we have godly Christian homes, not houses. Not houses. You can go up down this street, there's a lot of houses. Nice houses. Big, nice houses. Some of them probably cost millions of dollars up on some of these mountains. But they're not homes. Just houses. Oh, they're fancy. They're fancier than ours put together. Oh, they're humongous. Beautiful scenery. Beautiful landscape and beautiful cabins and all kinds of stuff. But you know what? They don't have homes. They have houses. Right. They have 4 walls, or maybe 6 or 8 or 10 or 12. But they don't have homes. Oh, they got a nice roof. It's the most expensive. It's the best that money can buy. And they got the nicest furniture in there, boy. And the nicest kind of carpet, that Gerber type carpet. Oh, they got, isn't it Gerber? No, it ain't Gerber. That's baby food, ain't it?
It's still Berber.
Berber. Well, eat it too. I don't know. You can eat off the carpet. It won't stain it. I got food on my mind. It ain't supper yet. But boy, they got the best of stuff. The best of towels. Whereas we have holy towels. And we went home this time. We was talking to my parents and telling them about our towels. Mom, she felt sorry for us. She said, I'll give you some towels. She gave us some towels. And you know what? But they don't take secondhand towels. Boy, they go to Roses and Riches and the mall, you know, and buy big butt. Not Roses. Not Roses, but see, I'm thinking of where we go. The expensive places like Roses. That's where we go. The expensive places like Roses and Sky City and Salvation Army. Those expensive places. They don't go to those places. They go to those high-end stores and pay big bucks for the furniture, the dishes, the pots and pans, and everything. They don't get second-hand whatnots. No. They don't get second-hand flowers. They go and get them made the way they want them, designed. But you know what? They still don't have a home. Right. They have all the fancy stuff. They got all the big jobs. They drive the Mercedes and the Lexus and the BMWs. They don't have to worry about, you know, the car spitting smoke out, you know. They don't have to worry about the brakes squeaking. and the doors don't work, and the windows don't go up and down. They don't have to worry about all that stuff. But you know what? They still don't have a home.
Right.
They don't have a home. Their kids are going to hell. Their kids, they don't know where they at. I see it back home when we go home. I see it in my nephews and nieces, and I got some more coming along right after them. I'm going to see them do the same thing. You know why? Because it's a pattern. And whenever you don't follow God's pattern, it always goes astray.
That's right.
Well, it might take 10 years. It might take 20 years for some. But boy, they're heading away. Got a nephew. Oh, they had a house, but never had a home. Never had a home. They start to drink, smoke, go into a big, nice, long beard, long curly hair in the back. But oh boy, they gave him the best toys in the world. Our girl said, "Man, we don't ever get toys like this." They got the nicest games, anything he wanted to do. Boy, he'd take up science and dinosaurs. Boy, they'd buy him everything in dinosaurs and science. He wanted to go on the magician. Oh, they bought him all the best card tricks and all the best little things. And he can pull a rabbit out of a hat. And he can make cards come out of his fingernails. And I mean, he's great. He's good. I mean, he is. He's amazing. He can show you a card trick and say, stand up. He's got 5 cards underneath where you're sitting. I don't know how he does it. It's amazing. I mean, any little gadget he wants, boy, they get it. You know, man, the price ain't no thing. They get it. Cars, bikes, motorcycles, anything. Just get it all. Kids won't talk to them though. Kids running off, doing this and that. The other side of the family called the other day. Well, so-and-so, he made a mistake. Made a mistake? What did he do? He fall down and hurt himself? He wrote something on a piece of paper and need to erase it? No, he got a girl pregnant. Oh, that's a mistake. 21 years old? Mistake. Getting a girl pregnant. Well, I ain't going to try to be detailed here, but that ain't a mistake. We had 4 kids and none of them was a mistake. They was all on purpose. Every one of them. Mistake.